Hi there, it's Ashley here with this week's episode of Stamp Crate Repeat for your next stamp. I have a really cute project to share with you for this week. It is a little retro TV shaker card, and I just think it is so precious. I had so much fun making this, and it's such a cute little way to give a shaped card for a birthday or any type of occasion. So I'm going to start out by showing you the products that I used to make it, and I'll list them all in the description box for you. You can find them over in the Your Next Stamp store, and then I'll get into the process video. So let's start out, and first off I use the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink. That's the ink that I used for my stamping, and then I also used the blue Caraco ink to stamp out my sentiment. I used the Your Next Stamp wire snips. I used some of the Your Next Stamp gumdrops. These blue ones I used for the little knobs, and also I used the little light teal ones to add some accent on the front of the TV there as well. These ones are called the Cosmic Crush Gumdrops. I used some of these shaker bits, which I purchased these at Michael's, and these are found on the mixed media aisle, and they just have a ton of cute little bits in there, so I used those. For the TV, I used this Heidi Swapp Marquee Love paper. It is glitter, and then I found this really cool holographic paper in my stash that I used for the inside background of the paper. For this cute stamp set, this one is called Silly Monsters Say Cheese, and I use that adorable girl. She is so cute. And then I use the sentiment that says it's your day, and I also use the coordinating dies to cut her out. Then for the TV die, this is the retro TV die, and it is so cute. It reminds me of the little TV that comes at the beginning of all of the Stamp Crate Repeat videos, and I just had so much fun making this. I can't wait to make more of them. They're just so cute, and I love how I could put the little knobs with the gumdrops. So to begin with, I'm just taking the die and I'm cutting it out onto some adhesive foam, and I purchased this at Walmart. I love it so much. It helps to not have to add a ton of adhesive. So I cut out two so I can get some thickness. Then on some glitter paper, I cut out another retro TV. I cut one out on this gray paper, and I don't end up using that one. I end up using some of that holographic paper, which I later found in my stash. So I'm just taking my ATG gun and I'm just putting some adhesive around the outside of the TV, and I have a little piece of packaging there that I'm going to use for the top part to keep all the shaker bits in. So I'm just laying that down, and then I'm going to take my scissors and just trim off. And I just trim at the base of the TV. I don't do the little antenna part. So I'm just going to go all the way around there, and this allows all the shaker bits to stay inside. Then I'm going to take all the little bits out. There's some little tiny bits there, so I'm just removing those. And then I'm going to take off the adhesive on the back of the foam, and I can layer these up. And this gives it some nice dimension so that all the little bits you put inside have some room to shake about. So I'm just adhering that down, and then I, at this point, found my holographic paper, so I wanted to use that as well to add in, and I just think it really pops. It looks so cool. So I end up just taking this and setting it onto that paper, and I trimmed out the background. I added in some of the shaker bits and adhered down the top part. So now I'm going to do the little stamped image. I'm just taking this little cute monster, and I was trying to decide, they're all so cute, but I really wanted to use the little girl one. I use the blue Caraco ink there, and I just stamp it out at the bottom, and it says, it's your day. And I can use that for the little sentiment on the front, and then using the black olive ink, I just stamp out this little girl. Then I'm just going to trim this off at the bottom here for the little sentiment. So cute. And then I'm going to take the coordinating dies and some Post-it note tape and just put that die down. And then I can run it through my die cutting machine. Now I'm going to do some Copic coloring for her. So I pulled out my Copic markers, and I'm going to do her in like a little pink color. So I'm going to use RV55, and I'm just adding the darkest shading parts. I love these Silly Monsters that Your Next Stamp sells. They're so fun to color up because you can use all of your different bright colors and just get really creative with what colors and styles you want to do it in. And I also added some shading on her eyelids, which I think looks really neat. And then I blend that out with RV63. And I love her little pursed lips. They look so pretty. And she's got little hair as well, which is cute. So for her lips, I'm going to use RV17 and RV14. And then for the cheeks, I'm using R20, just to give a little bit of a blush there. And then I'm going to do her hair, and I'm using RV10 just to do a whole base there. And then I'm going to do a little bit of flicking using RV13. And then I'm going to go in with RV14 and do a little bit more flicking there. Then for the little dress, I'm using B05. And then I'm going to go in with B02. And at first I was trying to go around those cute little triangles or like diamonds that's on her dress, and then I end up after just going over top of them, and I just go back with a white jelly pen to fill those in after. It just made the shading a little bit more easy. And I did go back in with B05 and B02 just to give it a nice dark coloring. Then I take my black jelly pen for the eyes and that cute little freckle on her cheek, and then I color in those little diamonds on her dress, and it really makes them pop more anyways when I add on the white jelly pen. And then I just added a few little accents here and there, and we're ready to assemble it. So I tried a few different ways of putting it on. There's so many ways you could layer it up. You could have the little girl in the TV, but I kind of had her like she's showcasing the TV. And then I added on some gumdrops for the little buttons there on the side. And I love the way her hand is, so, and also like her little tentacle leg, so that you can have her holding the different sentiments as well. So I decided I'd kind of have her off-centered so you could really see all the shaker bits inside, and then I add on the little sentiment strip there. And I just added on a little banner bit at the end. And I just adhered that down. So I think that is so cute. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I do add on a few more little gumdrops there from this set. I will link all of the products that I share in the description box. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I would love if you leave a comment. And if you haven't, please make sure to head over to the Your Next Stamp YouTube channel and subscribe. And I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye now.